It hasn't exactly been a banner start to the new year for NBA officials, with high-profile incidents in Indiana, Los Angeles, and Milwaukee leaving a number of stars and coaches equally perplexed, if not apoplectic.
I think he obviously hit me in the head. I think we definitely need to do some investigation. That's all I'm gonna say.
What happened tonight, this is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this.
I'm just, as you can tell, I'm beside myself.
The drama has overshadowed the exciting action on the court, with an otherwise fascinating season of parity and innovation devolving into a referendum on the state of NBA officiating. Whether the league likes it or not, the NBA officially has a referee problem on its hands. While contentious calls, questionable decisions, and minor controversies are unavoidable when it comes to officiating in pro sports, the past couple weeks have been especially toxic for the relationship between NBA refs and the teams they police. It started with a thriller in Indiana between the Pacers and Celtics, when what appeared to be an obvious Buddy Hield foul on Jaylen Brown was overturned upon a challenge and review. Rather than Brown going to the free throw line in the dying seconds to break a tie, it was Boston eventually committing a game-costing foul on the other end. A foul the league eventually deemed an incorrect call.
Mathurin turns, denied by Porzingis, but they called the foul! No! They called the foul as the buzzer sounded. What is going on here?
Watching from home, LeBron James was as miffed as Brian Scalabrine was on the Celtics broadcast. The very next night, it was James's Lakers that would benefit from some seemingly uneven officiating, with Los Angeles attempting 23 fourth-quarter free throws to Toronto's 2 in a 1-point win, leaving Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic steaming. Coincidentally, the lead official that night was Ben Taylor, who former Raptor Fred VanVleet once took issue with.
Ben Taylor was fucking terrible tonight, and most of the refs are trying hard. I like a lot of the refs. They're trying hard. They're pretty fair. They communicate well. And then you got the other ones who just want to be dicks and just kind of fucks the game up. Nobody's coming to see that shit.
Finally, Kings coach Mike Brown was so frustrated after a last-second loss to Milwaukee, which Brown had been ejected from, that he turned his post-game press conference into a film breakdown of his grievances with the officials. Now, from the league's perspective, the last 2 minutes report, which promotes transparency in crunch time reffing, deemed the no call on Hield correct, and in the case of Lakers Raptors, actually deemed Toronto as the beneficiary of a couple incorrect decisions. Furthermore, while refs are human and make mistakes just like players do in a game that seemingly gets better, faster, and harder to officiate every year, the league would argue that the overwhelming majority of calls made and not made are correct. In addition, an official's accuracy and track record are held to account when determining which refs advance during the playoffs and get higher profile assignments. But coaches and players don't want to hear any of that after their team was wronged by an incorrect or overzealous ref, especially when there's a history between them. Not to mention, the last 2 minutes report is ultimately pointless for teams and coaches, with the outcome of games already long decided and a successfully protested result almost unheard of. It's been 16 years since the last time the NBA approved a protest and ordered a segment of a game to be replayed. Look, even if it makes sense that a team with Anthony Davis and LeBron James on it might get more free throws than a smaller, overmatched team trying to defend them, and one that was intentionally fouling down the stretch, good luck convincing Rajakovic, or anyone with eyes for that matter, that the Raptors got a fair whistle on both ends of the court in that Lakers contest, or telling Jaylen Brown what happened between him and Hield was just incidental contact. The main issue at hand is the consistency of officiating from player to player, game to game, or even ref to ref, an issue Mike Brown was trying to address.
So I don't know what the rules are in this situation. We can't interpret a rule 2 different ways. We can't be told one thing and then we say, well, there wasn't a lot of contact.
That lack of consistency has slowly eroded the trust of coaches, players, and fans alike, which is an issue the NBA needs to address. Perhaps replay reviews should be ruled on from Secaucus and communicated to the officiating crew on the floor. Perhaps crew chiefs should be made available to the media after games the same way players are, rather than having access limited to a single pool reporter off camera. Heck, maybe coaches and players shouldn't be fined if their complaint stems from a call that's ultimately deemed to be incorrect. There are no easy or quick fixes here, and perception is everything. Even if reports and reviews suggest refs are doing a good job overall, the fact of the matter is the league has star players and coaches, not just hysterical fans, hot take artists, and conspiracy theorists, hinting at incompetence and a lack of integrity.
They had to win tonight? If that's the case, just let us know so we don't show up for the game. Just give them a win. But that was not fair tonight.
All this comes at a time when protecting the integrity of the game and its results is more important than ever. With the league, its sponsors, and broadcast partners now encouraging people to wager responsibly on those results. At this point, whether the league's data affirms or contradicts these complaints has unfortunately become irrelevant. Respected voices in the game are screaming from the mountaintops, or at least from their podiums and keyboards, that the NBA has an officiating problem. And whether the league acknowledges it or not, the millions of fans who listen to those voices believe it.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.